All right, we're going to go ahead and get started on the syllabus. So, all right, so this is Introduction to Engineering Design. The big change to my syllabus from years past, you'll see at the top, is due to COVID-19, items, requirements could change without notice. All right, I'm putting that on there just to kind of let you guys know, things could change next week when you're on virtual. It could change a month from now, it could change 2 months from now. We have no idea. But I want you to know that I'm going to work with you because my goal is for you guys to succeed and pass this class. I think this class is probably one of the easiest classes in the building. It's an introduction class. A lot of the stuff is basic. The problem is that it's a fairly fast-paced class, so you got to just keep up with the work. But as long as you're not one that sits and plays games or watches videos when you're supposed to be working, I give you plenty of time in class to get your stuff done. This year it's going to be interesting with the virtual part, with you being here a week, at home a week, but we're just going to figure it out as we go. The biggest key is going to be communication. All right, letting me know what you are struggling with. Let me know, just let me know what's going on. So expectations, my responsibility to you as a teacher, I'm going to treat you with respect, provide an orderly classroom, provide the appropriate motivation, and teach you the required content. So in return, what I ask from you is to treat me with respect, take care of my classroom and all of the equipment and materials that are in here, attend class regularly, be cooperative, not disruptive, study and do your work. I've got a page here that kind of gives the course description. I'm not going to go through all of this. I'll let you read it, but the key is this is an introduction class to engineering. And so we're going to hit a lot of variety of topics, but we just won't go too in depth about them. The only thing that I ever really go into really in depth on is the 3D modeling that we do. And that's going to be tricky with being at home one week, being here the next week, because the program that we use, we'll either use Inventor or Fusion 360. My goal is to use Fusion 360 because it's cloud-based. And it's just easier to store your stuff. But I'm relatively new to it, so I've got to learn it so I can teach you. But the Chromebooks are not, don't have enough power to run these programs. So we'll have to do it when we're here. So in this course, we're going to talk about the design process, modeling, sketching, measurements, statistics, applied geometry, presentation, design and delivery, drawing standards, excuse me, CAD solid modeling, reverse engineering, consumer product design, graphic design, engineering ethics, and virtual design teams. So the object of this class, or the objective of this class, is to educate you about engineering first and foremost. Second, to give you an understanding how and what the design process is used for in industry. To learn about the different ways engineers communicate, to brainstorm, think critically, find solutions to problems, and to think outside the box. We have a final at the end of the semester, and then EOC at the end of second semester. I don't do a whole lot. Actually, I don't think I've got any tests in this class outside of those two. We will have quizzes. If you're gone for the quizzes, will be on Canvas. So even if you're gone, you should be able to access those and do those. But if you're gone for the final at the end of the first semester or the EOC second semester, we just need to make sure we can find a date to get that made up before the end of the semester. And then we do have projects in here. I'm going to see how those work with being here half the time, being home half the time. I'll provide the majority of the materials. I've had students in the past that go above and beyond what I'm requiring because A, they like it. So outside materials that you get yourself are able to be used in almost all projects. There'll be a couple of small ones that you're just limited to what I give you. And that's kind of the trick to it, is to create something out of just bare minimum. Grading scale. I have the basic 90 to 100A, 80 to 89B, 70 to 79C, 60 to 69D, 59 and below, and F. If you score a high enough score on the EOC at the end of the second semester, and you have an 85% or higher in this class, you can get this as college credit. I always say qualifying exam, because in the last 4 years, they've kind of changed how they score it. So we'll see what it looks like this spring, but if you're interested, talk to me. I can get you more information on that. Late assignments. If you turn something in past the due date without communicating with me, I take 50% off of your grade. So if it was worth 50 points and you got a 40 out of 50 on it, in the grade book, it would go down as a 20 out of 50. All right. But if you talk to me, communicate with me, tell me, hey, I can't get this done by the due date, I'll give you an extension. I want you to learn to communicate with me as much as possible. You come to me after the due date, there won't be, it is what it is. All right. But if you come to me and say, hey, I can't get this done by this time, I'll work with you. All right. Board policy 2310, that is the attendance policy. You're not allowed to have more than 8 absences in a semester. If you reach that 9th absent, you need to make it up, whether that's with Saturday school or making up time in class. You can do that with me before, make an appointment before or after school. I think we can do it virtually too. So we can set up a time to do it when you're at home. Just stuff like that. We can figure that out. So if it comes to that you've missed more than 8, you want to make up time here instead of in Saturday school, let me know. Let's see. Classroom and lab procedures. Cheating. This is the main class that I have issues with cheating in, because the 3D modeling that we do, you can go online and find the file and turn it in as your own. But I'll tell you right now, when you log into the computer, we have it set up it'll tag everything that you make with your student ID number. So when I go in and grade, I look and see who actually made it. So if you have a friend that emails you the assignment and you turn it in for him or her, both of you would get F's on it. Does that make sense? The 3D modeling stuff, most people enjoy it. It's I give a lot of time on it, because if you enjoy it, it's basically CAD modeling, computer animated design, and you can turn that into a career if you end up, that's something that you really like. They have people that's all they do. I'm asking you guys to respect everything in the classroom. Seems like every year I'm throwing away a couple of chairs. students tearing them up. I give you guys I bought these chairs specifically because they're a lot more comfortable than some of the chairs you sit in other classes. This year, that's a huge bonus because now every class is an hour and a half. We're blocked, whereas last year, just 2 days a week, we're blocked. Won't tolerate any type of harassment of other students or violence. That should be pretty self-explanatory. Playing games during lecture or work time is not allowed. I have people that in the past have knocked all of their stuff out. They do it at home, and then when they come in, they will play games. And other students that don't have their stuff done complain about that. If you have your stuff done, you have every assignment turned in, you're able to do whatever you want on the computers as long as it's school appropriate. And then food or drinks. I don't want any food or drinks around the computers unless you have it in a sealable container. The ISD electronics policy. So primarily it applies to cell phones, but it can also earbuds, AirPods, headphones, tablets, anything like that. You guys are allowed to have them before, after school, and then during your assigned lunch period. If not, then if you've got it out in class, send you up to the office, have you yonder it. They put it in a yonder pouch, and I believe this year they will put that yonder pouch in the vault. Do you keep it? Okay, I got an email saying they were going to keep them in the vault this year, so. Good to know. Let's see. So the very back, the last page is a signature sheet. I want you to print your name, print your parents or guardian's name, put a daytime phone number that I can reach your parent, guardian. I don't care about the physical address. I used to actually kind of mail stuff out, and it's just become more of a hassle to do that. So an email address, I do want that, the best email address to reach parent or guardian. Then you sign and date it, and a parent or guardian signs and dates it. Once you have that filled out and signed, you go into Canvas under modules. Right now I have it at the top. It's the syllabus signature sheet. It's like an assignment. You go in, you can submit your sheet there. And then I've also got, for those that are at home, I've got a thing that you can print off. If you don't have anything to print with at home, I will have them in person next week when you are here. I would like those submitted by next Friday, September 4th. It's worth 25 points. It's an easy way to start the semester off with an A.